posture or seat for yourself when you're going to begin breathing. So finding your most comfortable seat, that could be on a block. It could be on a cushion, a blanket. I personally like to have a little bit of a lift. And I feel that when I sit on something, my spine can grow a little taller. And it's really stressed in the second chapter of the Yoga Sutras that, it's not this idea that we're just breathing and it's just happening, but we're aware of it. We're aware of the inhale and we're aware of the exhale. And what happens is that the exhale described in the Yoga Sutras is the most important part of the breath, because the exhale releases, gets rid of, purifies really your body. And then it clears the channel for when your inhale comes in and it fills you up with what we call prana, or that good energy. It's really nice visualization, actually. So, you can quite literally imagine this happening. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes, relax your shoulders, sit up nice and tall. Just rest your hands. Just rest your hands on your legs. And I do want to stress that you don't have to sit like this. You could have your legs out. I want you to be comfortable, okay? If you choose not to close your eyes, you could just have a soft gaze down to the ground and just begin to become aware of your breath. Feel the breath coming in through your nostrils. And then feel the breath leave the body, come all the way out of the nostrils. So in yoga, the first way we teach breathing is in and out of the nose, right? So we encourage the mouth to be closed if you can, and to breathe in and out of your nostril. And one thing I'm going to stress the whole class today, through all the poses, all the breathing, is that we slow things down, because we get our full and our best breath when we do it very slowly. Let's go ahead and take one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. As soon as we put hands on the body, we begin to feel how powerful this breath is. Inhaling, chest rises, belly moves out. Exhaling, breath leaves the body, belly pulls back, chest drops. Just feel that for a few moments. Really just notice. How often do we take the time during our day to just stop and just notice your breath? And what you begin to notice is not only is there an inhale and an exhale, but you have this slight pause. You take an inhale, pause, exhale, pause. It's not a hold, but it's just a little pause. So now you're noticing 4 parts of the breath. Not pushing or changing the breath in any way, just letting it here in the beginning, just letting it be natural. And in your mind, work towards this idea of a long but subtle breath. Long but subtle. So no forcing. It's called Dirga and Sukshma. Long and subtle. And before we begin a breath practice together, let's just pause for a moment. And if you'd like to set an intention for the class, I had someone ask me yesterday, what is that? That's so hard. What's an intention? An intention is a positive statement that you state to yourself, such as, I am calm. I am here. So just listen for a moment. Just listen for a moment and set that intention, that positive statement for yourself today before you begin your practice. We'll go ahead and let that go quietly from our minds. And let's take one big breath in together. Inhale. Slowly empty, exhale. And then go ahead and blink your eyes open. You can rest your hands down for a moment. Maybe roll the shoulders a little bit because we were seated very still. One of my favorite breaths to teach is called Shitali. And it is a cooling breath. And it's not necessarily that we're going to cool down a lot, but it's also a very balancing breath. And what happens is the inhale comes in through pierced lips. So we act as if we're sipping through a straw, and you inhale, close your mouth, exhale out your nose. Try that a couple more times. Inhale, close your mouth, exhale out your nostrils. Slow it down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale out your nostrils. And you can maybe already feel that cooling sensation. So it's good to know as we move into summer, which I promise is coming. Okay, the mouth gets a little dry, maybe swallow or mouth a little bit. And let's begin by just breathing naturally. Inhale, reach up. In and out of the nostrils, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And we'll revisit Shitali breathing in the end of the practice as well, just to see how it feels then. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. This time we're going to come all the way up together, but we're going to really gently twist to the right. So taking both hands on the right knee or the right leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, try that on the other side, both hands on the left knee. And you'll keep moving and you'll follow your breath. So the whole inhale is up and the whole exhale is down. And when we slow down the breath, the movement slows down because we're following the pace. Let's meet in the middle and let's pause on this side. So on this side, wherever you are, and let's move into the twist a little deeper. Maybe you can look to the side. Maybe you can even look over your back shoulder. See how that feels on your neck. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. Go ahead and inhale, reach your arms up. Get length here in the center. And then come all the way down to this side. Settle in, right? Always a little bit of movement. Fix your gaze. Maybe even close your eyes if you'd like. Notice your seat. If you're really uneven, like if you're leaning to one side, root your seat down and have the twist come from the navel center all the way up to the crown of your head. Take one more breath. And then we'll go ahead and inhale, reach up and stretch up together, and a nice long exhale to bring the arms down. Okay, let's release our legs however they are. Maybe wiggle your toes, move your feet a little bit. Our wonderful feet that hold us up all day. Rub into your legs, a little bit of self-massage. Just see how the legs feel. Our strong, sturdy legs. And we'll come into tabletop, which is on hands and knees. So I do like to put a blanket under my knees. You might be the same, just to make it a little more comfortable. But if you've stacked mats, you might be okay. But tabletop, it's called pittam in Sanskrit. Hands are on the earth, and see if you can open your hands up to really feel that you've made contact here. Soften your elbows, try not to lock them. Knees are under the hips. And we'll start to move and breathe with the breath now with cat-cow. That's when we inhale, curve the spine for the back bend, look forward. Exhale, round, pull your chin and then drop your head. Now, follow the breath here. Yes, the body is moving. We're aware of that, but follow your breath. Full inhale, full exhale, please. And we'll all go at different pace because we all have a different breath length. And even your inhale and your exhale might be a little different. One might be longer. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's pause for a moment. What we're going to do is we're going to take these hips, we're going to send them back a little bit. So send your hips back, start to round your spine. You're not in a full child's pose yet, but you're just getting that stretch, getting the body ready. Drop your head, drop your chin, stretch into your spine, your lower back, and then go all the way back. Take the time, take the time. Reach your arms, open your knees a little bit if you need to. Yep, adjust as you need. These poses are not a one size fits all, so we have to adjust to really feel good. Take one more breath. And then let's see if we can flow through it. Just leave your legs where they are, but come on up. Inhale. Exhale back. And you are welcome to go as deep as you want. You might even need to move your hands a little forward. As you come up, you can drop your hips, do a little back bend, and then roll back. Dynamic movement, really moving and feeling the breath in your body, the movement in your body. And then one more time, flow up. And then if you'd like to stay back, you can stay back again. Reach your arms, drop your head. You're back in child's pose. Find your breath. Find your breath. Okay, let's go ahead and in child's pose. When you're there, take your knees a little closer together now because I'm going to ask you to use all the energy you have here to sweep up to come to kneeling. So reach up and stretch up. Meet me here. Exhale the arms down. All right, we're building our practice going up that hill. So let's go ahead and take the arms, wrap them back behind, and let's open the chest a little bit here. So to breathe, we want to open this chest area, right? We want to really enable that area to open. You can take your elbows and bring them towards each other to open your chest. For the prep of camel, it's this idea of lengthening the spine. And you can even just look up and open the chin. Not that you're forcing the body back, but you're just opening up the chest, the rib cage, the throat. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and let your arms crisscross in front of you. All right, this is always good practice. How are we going to get to standing from here? You can either use 2 blocks or challenge yourself a little bit and come all the way up through a lunge. Take your time, roll your spine up and reach your arms up. If you get hot in here, will you let me know? Because you're hot. I did put the heat up. How are you? All right. So when you come to standing, find a place standing on your mat that you feel good and balanced. So that's whether that's your feet a little closer together, maybe a little distance between your feet. I was hot too. And build your posture here. So you want a nice long spine. Your feet are firmly planted on the earth. And what you'll do is you begin to reach your arms up to the sky again. But what you'll do is you'll reach back and see if you can bring your arms back behind you and then reach up. So again, another beautiful way to open the chest a little bit by bringing the arms behind the body. Inhale up. Try that 2 more times. Full breath in, full exhale out, reaching back. And then let's do this time. Inhale, reach up, and then just let the arms come down. Exhale, and then just notice. Notice for a moment. Okay, bringing the arms up a different way, we're going to add the heels. Keep them down for a second. Let's inhale, reach the arms up to the sides, tap your fingertips together so you can find them. Exhale down without looking. That's that spatial awareness of bringing the arms up, tapping the fingertips, and then exhale down. Let's add the heels. Ready? Arms come up, heels come up. Tap, and then down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Follow. If you know you have a nice long breath, that means it's going to take you that time to come up and to come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, be still for a moment. Just pause. And the body temperature naturally goes up when we move and when we breathe. So we also feel that. Okay, we're going to forward fold. So think about forward folding in a way that you want to really in a generous way, bend your knees for the first couple ones. Okay? Inhale, reach up and stretch up. Exhale, fold forward, soften the knees. Let's come halfway up. So rise halfway up, hands by the knees, flat back. Exhale back down, and then you're going to come all the way up. That's the whole sequence. When we're here, let's just bring the arms down. Okay, try it again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift is your inhale. You drop back down on the exhale. And you come all the way back up. And that last exhale brings the arms down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. That half lift. That drop back down. And then you come all the way up, 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 up. And bring the arms down. Okay, let's approach this next pose from the front of the mat, please. We will take the right leg and send the right leg back in a comfortable distance. So even if you need to try it a few times to make sure it feels good, we'll go right into high lunge. So I'm going to leave my toes on the ground, but my heel is up. I have a little bit of stretch and I'm bending into this front knee. This is considered high lunge. Yep. Get a little stretch, reach the arms up. See how this feels. Steady yourself. Keep your eyes on something that's not moving. Take one more breath. Come on out of it and step forward with control and pause. That was just sort of a prep pose. Let's try the other side. Send the leg back, the left leg back comfortably. If it doesn't feel right to be on the ball mount like I am, you can go flat-footed. That's fine. Start to pulse a little bit. Just feel balance. Get your grounding, that apana energy. And then when you're ready, this is the hold. When you sweep your arms up, but your breath is still moving through you, take your time. Take one more breath. And then come on down. Arms down. Step forward. Just pause for a moment. Just pause. Okay, now we're going to go into the full pose, which will involve more movement. So we're going to actually approach it from the back. So we'll come to the back of our mat. It's called Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Right leg steps forward this time. Back foot is at an angle. And hands start at heart center. Stand up nice and tall. Feel your chest. Inhale, open up, expand, bend your front knee. Exhale, pull back, straighten. Keep going. Keep breathing. Dynamic Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1, the strong warrior. Opening the chest, clearing that channel to receive all that good in-breath. Okay, we're going to hold this one. Ready? Open up and stay. And then adjust it so you're strong but you're soft. Always trying to find that balance. Take one more full inhale, full exhale. And then as you come out of it, let's do this. Let's reach up and stretch up, straighten the leg, bring the arms down. And you can either step forward or back, whatever feels better for you. Just pause, just notice, because that's a big pose. It's a lot going. Your legs are stretched, you're breathing, you're moving. Just take a breath, take a breath. No need to rush. Okay, think about how many breaths we get in, right, in our practice. It's so great. Come all the way back. We'll send the right leg forward. Is that correct? Left leg. Thank you. Left leg forward. Funny, I usually teach the right leg first. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Hands at the heart center. Relax your shoulders and go ahead and inhale, open. Exhale, pull it back. And it's not that you're just placing the arms, but you're doing so with control. So you're opening, you're pulling back, keeping the eyes fixed. So while everything is moving, those eyes are still fixed on a spot. They are very still. Okay, let's stay. Ready? Come on in it. And this is our hold. So relax your shoulders, find that balance. Enjoy the pose, maybe smile. Breathe. And then we'll go ahead and to come out of it, let's do what we did on the other side. We'll reach up and stretch up and then let the arms come down. Go ahead and step forward and just pause for a moment. Just notice how you feel. Okay, let's do an even pose, but where we can get the lateral movement. So I would say probably the long edge of your mat would be best to step open. Get these out of the way so you can see me. And there's so many different ways to teach triangle. You know, I've been taught it over the years with the foot out, with the foot in. I just want you to see what it feels like with the feet parallel. Arms come up to shoulder height. We're going to come down to the right and drop down and reach this top arm up. So you want to have this goal of having the arms in line with each other. Palm is facing me. Yep. And you can either look forward or up, whatever feels better to you. Opening the chest, strong and sturdy in the legs. Take one more breath. Flow back through center, and then exhale the arms down. Pause. See how you feel. Let's try the other side. Every side feels different. Inhale. Okay, now when you come down, think of it that you're reaching. You're reaching. Then you drop down. Reach your top arm up. It's a big stretch on this hip flexor as well. Feel that. And you don't have to have perfectly straight knees. You can soften your knees a little bit, right? Especially the one you're going towards. Reach up, stretch up. One more breath. Get your gaze and come on up. Open, and then let the arms go. Okay, let's let these arms rest. Turn your heels in, toes out. And let's just start this really subtle, like how I put that, soft goddess pose or squat. So squats are so good for us for so many reasons. Digestion, you know, this downward flow, apana energy, moving, breathing. This is when we really want to slow the breath down, follow the movement in the body. Okay, and then we're going to try to hold it. So find a comfortable place, relax your shoulders, and go right to your breath. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Reach up, stretch up. Somehow we find the strength. Exhale down. Oh, you're going to go into it again. Bring the legs together. Just relax for a moment. Let's bring the arms up and down to reset. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. Try that again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay. I think practicing balance is so important. So let's go ahead and come to the front of our mat. This is one that I don't teach a lot, but I think it's such a good posture to practice regularly if you can. It's Warrior 3. And what you do is you take the right leg back, very gentle. So just a comfortable step. I like to start with my hands at prayer at heart center. And then you have an option to lean a little forward. The weight will start to come on the front foot. You can either come up on the toe in the back, or maybe you feel that you can lift the toe. If not, keep the toe down, okay? It's still a balance pose because you're asymmetrical. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. And then bring the leg all the way forward and pause for a moment. Relax. We tend to get tense, so relax. I know, I do too. Okay, reset, take a breath. Hands at heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Take your left foot to a comfortable step as far as it feels good. Start by leaning the spine, hinging at the hips. The weight's going to go on the front foot because you're going to try to take a little bit of weight off the back foot, maybe even so much that it floats. Or not, the toe can stay down. Keep your gaze steady in front of you. Breathe. And take one more breath. This is why we call it a practice. Come on down and relax, release. Let your arms sort of move a little bit here. Okay, let's do one more posture where we open up the legs a little bit of a wider stance. So we'll take that comfortable step, please. And we'll go ahead and now we will turn the right toes out and start to bend into this leg. Arms come up, palms are down, Warrior 2. And then as you come out of it, see if you can tap your fingertips together in the front. Go right back into it. Inhale, palm stays down. Tap your fingers, exhale. Do that 2 more times. Follow your breath. Ooh, long inhale, long exhale. One more time, tap down, and then let's hold this. Ready? So usually the gaze is over this right hand, over the top of the hand. Check out the back arm though. Make sure it's not down here, right? You want it up to the shoulder height. Looks good. Strong warriors again. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then let's do this. Let's reach up to the sky. Let's straighten that leg, let it release, and then bring the arms all the way down. Turn the feet to parallel. And let's go ahead and step the legs together because sometimes we just need a little bit of a break. Rub your hips, take a breath, regulate your breath again, and then begin. Leg opens up, toes go out, and right away start to dynamically go into it. And here's the breath. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. 2 more. Okay, ready? After this tap, we're going to hold it. Come on into it. Now is our chance to soften, to hold the breath. Or not the breath, sorry, the pose. You want the breath to continue moving as you hold the pose. Take one more breath, gazing out over that left palm, top of the hand rather. And then exhale down, turn the feet, step together, and breathe. Okay, let's just reset. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's travel to the front of our mat. We're going to come down together and let's think about the same idea. How can we come down in a way that feels good in our own practice? Let's have our goal be to come to tabletop. So we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, maybe using blocks or not. Take one leg back at a time. You'll come to tabletop. And I'll meet you here. We won't stay here very long. Maybe take a couple cat-cows, inhaling and exhaling, moving the spine, reconnecting with your breath here in this space, this middle level again. And then what I want you to do is, what will feel really nice, especially after our standing practice, is you're going to lower yourselves all the way to your bellies, and you'll set up what is called crocodile. That's when we stack our forearms and we rest our forehead down on our forearms. So I'm just going to keep my head up so I can talk to you, but your head should be down on your forearms, your forehead there. Make sure you're not on any bracelets or watches. If you're comfortable. Yeah, Roy, that looks good. And breathe. So relax, release. If you want to open up your legs a little bit in the back, you can. That always feels good to me. Relax your glutes. Sometimes I don't even notice them. My glutes are still engaged, right? They're still tight. So see if you can release, relax them. Crocodile pose, such a beautiful posture and a really wonderful place to notice your breath. So now feel your inhale coming in as your belly presses into the earth. And then feel your belly lift as the exhale leaves the body. And it's not just breathing. It is pranayama because you're aware of it. You're making it subtle. You're making it long. This is your pranayama practice. This is meditative. You're pacifying the mental thoughts, those disturbances in the mind with your breath. Feeling that calm just by noticing your breath. Take about 2 more breaths here.
ياللي يدركنا مولا مولا ها
Okay. Can we make sure that we're muted, everyone? Please?
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and think about moving into a back bend practice. We'll go ahead and leave the legs just as they are. They're fine. You're going to come on up into what's called Sphinx, having the forearms on the earth. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Open your hands. And you can sort of decide on the height for this for yourself. If you pull your arms back a little more, you're a little higher. If your elbows come forward, you're a little lower, right? You can feel that. So adjust that for yourself. And let your lower belly drop down into the earth. Let your chest open. Look forward here. Maybe the glutes will engage in the back. That's okay. Go right to your breath. Inhaling. Exhale. And take one more breath here. We're going to do 3, so we have a chance to do 3. Come on down. Pause. Turn your head. Stack your hands. Maybe rock your hips a little bit to release your hips and your lower back. I want to give you the second option of a back bend. It's cobra. You could put your hands under your shoulders, hug your elbows in and press up again. Go to your height, but I would just maybe make sure that the area below the navel center stays on the ground. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. And then for the third one, come on down. You have a choice now. You could either go back to cobra or you could go to Sphinx, but first take a breath. And then let's do this. Come on up into the back bend of your choice. If you're really wanting a higher one and cobra maybe doesn't feel high enough, you could come to Sphinx and press the hands into the earth and lift the elbows. I want you to decide what feels best. So we have 3 options. We have Sphinx, we have cobra, we have a little bit of a different, this is sort of a yin pose. Keep breathing, keep breathing. One more breath. Back bends are energizing, so good for the morning. And then come on down, relax, release everything, your glutes, your legs, maybe even bend your legs and sway your feet back and forth. Those windshield wiper feet. Anytime we back bend, we need to counter with a forward fold. So let's do that together. Let's press our hands into the earth. Let's come on up to tabletop. Let's begin to round the spine again and go back to child's pose. And child's pose will counter those back bends. Getting the spine now here, get a nice stretch, drop your chin. Keep your hands clasped and bring the arms all the way down. And then let's release, shake your hands up. So we're going to begin to open our legs up, but in a way that it's not a full stretch yet. So you can open your legs up a little bit. I would say maybe even just the width of your mat. Readjust your seat again. And we're going to play around with the breath here a little bit. Okay? Let's walk ourselves a little bit forward to a comfortable position. You can place your hands down. If you feel really good going low, you can bring your elbows and your forearms, but come to a comfortable position. Bring your chin in just a little bit. And we're going to sort of practice a breath where we add a little pause that's a little bit longer. So here's what we'll do. Take an inhale, pause, exhale, pause. So 1 second pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Try that 2 more times for yourself. You could even move a little lower if it feels okay. Adding that pause that now you're putting a little more effort into. You're a little more aware that there's a pause there. Try it 1 more time. And then what I want you to do is see if you can keep your head down, your chin in, roll your spine up. Roll your spine up, and the head is the last thing to come up. This feels really nice. Okay, I'm going to ask you now that only if it feels okay to your body, you could open up a little bit more. This is called Upasthita Konasana. Breathing here. Feel the whole body opening here, the whole lower body, the lower leg. Nice long spine. Okay, we're going to do this where we turn a little bit. So let's reach the arms up together and come down towards the right leg. Maybe tap the ground or the foot. Come on up. I have short legs, so that's easier for me. Down, tap. Up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then last one, and then we're going to hold it. So come on up to the center. Reach up, stretch up. When you come to this side this time, let's hold it. Hands come down in a comfortable way. Bring your chin in. So notice this right seat, this right hip. Is it really up? See if you can pull it down. Big stretch. Keep breathing. Slow the breath down. One. On the, well, for me personally, the hip flexor, I feel it, yeah. And then you're also in a little bit of a twist. You feel it there because your arm is reaching probably a lot. It's okay though. If it feels okay, if there's no pain, it's fine. Yeah. One more breath. Let's come on up to center. Now, when you set up the other side, let's notice for a moment. Notice how you sort of bring this hip up a little bit. So let it come down. Now that's your right hip. Make sure you're twisting. That means your chest is turning towards the kneecap. Chin is in. And depending on where you place your arms, you know, whether you wrap or you reach, you will feel it in your back for sure. So find that comfortable position for the hold and then go right to your breath. Have it be that you're focusing on the breath while the body is sort of settling into this shape, right? Into the posture, all the benefits of the asana, of the pose. Take 2 more breaths. And let's reach up and stretch up together. And we're going to end it this way. We're going to bring the arms down a little bit behind us. We're going to open the chest. And you can look up if you'd like. Important to remember to look up and open the throat. That's your voice. That's that throat energy. Your expression, whether it be creative or with sound. Your voice. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. and then exhale the arms down. Okay, we're moving to a place in the practice where we're going to come to our backs. So let's make sure that we are comfortable in doing that, that when we come back, we don't have our head in the ground. You want to move your seat, that when you come back, knees are bent, feet are flat. You can even reach your arms out and slowly roll back. And when you get back there, completely release and relax. Let your arms come out to the side. The knees can stay bent, the feet can stay flat. And just see how you feel. Notice your breath. And throughout the whole practice, you come and go with this awareness of the breath. It's not as if your mind is on it the whole time, but it's always a point of focus for you to come back to, right? You always have the breath. You can have legs straight or bent, doesn't matter. I say whatever feels better at this point. And at this point on your back, supine, I want you to really cultivate your full inhale and your full exhale. So fully inhale and fully exhale. One more time, your fullest, longest inhale and your longest exhale. Okay, let's begin the sequences I have planned for on your back. We're going to bend the knees and put the feet flat. We're going to bring both arms down to the side and just work with one arm at a time first. Let's start with the right arm. Inhale, reaching your right arm back, maybe tapping the floor behind you, maybe not. Exhale, arm down. Try the other arm, left arm. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, tap down. Try that one more time on each side, please. Right and left. Inhale is back. Exhale is down. One more time, other side. Okay, now we're going to involve the hips. So feet are flat. Walk them as close to your seat as you can. And we're just going to do one arm today. It feels a little different. We'll alternate arms. So when the breath comes in, the hips come up and the right arm reaches back, just the right. Exhale, right arm down, hips down. And then we'll do the other arm. Ready? Inhale, left arm back, hips up. Exhale down. And try that one more time, each side, one arm at a time, while the hips come up. So a little different, feels different. Okay, when you're done with this one, rest for a moment. Arms down, hips down, relax, release. Let your shoulders relax. We'll do two with both arms coming back. Inhale, both arms back, hips up. Exhale, arms down, hips down. Try that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, pause for a moment. Rest, 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 rest. Take a breath. This is the hold. This is where we keep our hips up. So when you're ready, inhale, arms back, hips up. Stay here. Exhale. Two more breaths if you can. Inhale. Exhale, and then one more time. Inhale. And then slowly pour the breath out as you lower down. Release, relax. And you could either hug the knees into center, or maybe it feels good to take the legs to straight. Checking in on everyone. Everyone looks good. Okay. Breathe here for a moment. Breathe here. Okay, let's do this. Let's hug both knees in. This is called Appanasana. So hugging both knees in. And you can certainly open up your knees a little bit to create a little bit of space for your chest to feel softer, your neck to feel softer. Breathing here, breathing here. Let's go ahead and keep the right leg close to us, but extend the left leg long. So hug your right leg in, let your left leg go long and rest it. Rest it down. Yep. Breathing here. Let's do a little breath with having this leg in. Here's how the breath is. You're lying down, you're hugging your right leg in. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head, the neck, and see if you can bring your face towards your knee. Inhale down. Exhale is the lift. Inhale down. Try it two more times. Exhale, lift. And then inhale down. Exhale, lift, squeeze it in, and then release the leg. Come down, relax, relax. That's called Ardha Apanasana. Take a breath. Hug both knees in. Keep your left leg close to you. Extend your right leg long. Just get that stretch first. Just feel that. Maybe wiggle the toes, move the foot. And then we start to move dynamically. We take that inhale while we're flat, but then when we curl up, we exhale and then release. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Slow it down. Take your time. Last one. Squeeze, 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 and then release everything. Relax. Arms down, legs down. Breathe. And the pose is powerful because when you squeeze in like that, you create a lock in the belly. That's that mula bandha, that lock in the body. Take one more breath here. And let's go ahead and get the sensation, the feeling of having the legs up. That's an inversion. We'll hug the knees in and we'll go ahead and bring the arms out at shoulder height. So really nice and wide, a big T, and take your feet up to the sky, legs up, or it's called Viparita Karani. And see if you can create this softness, this space in the body while your legs are inverted. It's almost as if your legs become weightless. Toes are soft. Feet are soft. And if it's ever pulling too much on your hamstrings, you know you can soften your knees. Okay, and if you want to play around a little bit, you're welcome to open the legs up into a V. Yep, and maybe bring them back together. Close with control. Follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now for the last few breaths, let's either decide if you want to have the legs remain open or you could keep them just straight up and down. I say whatever feels better. Let's take about 3 more breaths. 3 more breaths. Make sure your face and your jaw are relaxed, okay? Your head and your neck. And let's go ahead and hug the knees into center. Breathing here. And let's once again open up those arms at that T position right by the shoulders. As the feet are up off the earth and the legs are sort of kissing together, let's drop both knees to the right. You're moving into a supine twist. Take your time. The hips roll. So the hips do roll here. Keep breathing. And we can certainly move dynamically through this to each side, just to sort of check it out. And then what I would like you to do is eventually move to holding one side. So then you can drop down and hold the pose. Hold it here. And encourage that opposite shoulder that's opposite of the direction the knees are going. Encourage it to relax. So I would say maybe do the hold on one side for about 4 breaths. And then when you're ready to switch, come on up and do your hold on the other side for about 4 breaths. Slow the breath down. And when you're ready, come through center, hug the knees into center. I always like to end on an even pose. So let's put the feet on the earth and let's open the knees up. It's called Supta Baddha Konasana. When the knees open, the soles of the feet go together, and you can do this a couple times dynamically if you would like to prep the body, inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, and only if the hold feels okay, opening the knees up, soles of the feet coming together, arms can be at that T shape again, and settle into Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your time. Let the body receive the posture. All this prep we've done, all the breathing, all the asana brings us to this really quite intense stretch posture. And as we stay with the breath, soften the body even more. Let's do about 2 or 3 more breaths together. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your knees up. Hug your knees into center. This is the point of our practice where we move to the final pose, which is called Shavasana. And that can look different for everybody. You can have the legs straight out in front of you. You could certainly prop your legs with a bolster. I could offer to cover you with a blanket if you'd like. I am going to turn the lights. Okay, is that all right if I put the lights a little bit low, everyone? Okay. And the main idea of this one is comfort. And bringing your body back to reconnect with your breath. Noticing not only the inhale and the exhale, but the spaces in between, those little pauses after the inhale, after the exhale, that quiet space. There's a conversation between Shiva and Shakti or Devi, male and female forms, and Shakti or Devi asks, "Oh Shiva, what is your reality? What is this wonder-filled universe? Who centers the universal wheel? And what is this life beyond pervading forms? And how may we enter it fully above space and times, names and descriptions? Please let my doubt be cleared." And Shiva answered, "Radiant One, this experience may dawn between 2 breaths." Letting the breath guide you into Shavasana, I will be here and I will bring you out in the end. The awareness that something happens when we bring our attention to our breath is older than recorded history and is attested to in all the world's religions. Pranayama, though perhaps the oldest system, is simply one of the countless practices that has arisen to teach us to see through the veil of the distracted mind. Our minds drift to and fro like a boat upon stormy seas. The breath serves as an anchor, something to which we tether our minds so that we can be present for the real. What happens when you close your eyes and follow your breath? What is your truth? When you pause in a posture to feel and hear your breath, is there something there for you? Yoga is not meant for experts. It is meant for human beings. What is your experience when you connect to your own breath? Becoming more aware of your physical body and your practice space, begin to bring some movement back to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe reaching the arms back behind your head to give your body a nice long stretch. And we'll think about traveling to our sides to quietly come out of Shavasana. And we'll do a little bit of breathing together to end class. So take your time, roll to your side, take a couple breaths there. No rush. And once again, we'll think about setting up that seat for ourselves that we have a really nice long spine. Our arms and our shoulders are relaxed. And we'll revisit Shitali breath, which is the inhale through the pierced lips and the exhale just out the nostrils as you close them out. So relax the shoulders, sit up nice and tall, maybe close the eyes or have a soft gaze. Just take a couple of natural breaths to begin. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. And then we'll do 4 rounds. And we'll begin inhale, exhale. Last one. Return to your natural breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Revisit your intention. Silently state it to yourself as though it is already the truth. And let's take one more inhale in together and exhale the breath out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Yes. Thank you, everyone out there.